So 2024 was a crazy year in the world and the real estate market for that matter. A lot of people held off buying homes, a lot of people held off selling homes just based on everything that was happening, all the uncertainty, interest rates, inflation, everything kind of gave people a lot of reason for pause. Which leads to the question, what's going to happen in 2025? Well, today we're going to look at 2025 and give you our best crystal ball prediction of what to expect. And we're going to do that right after this. My name is Jeff Miller. I'm a residential real estate expert here in the greater Austin area, and I have this YouTube channel called Living in Austin where we explore all things Austin and beyond. So when it comes to what's going to happen in 2025, there's two main areas where people are going to be looking at. One is interest rates, the other is home prices, and we're going to talk about both of those. So we've been watching the tea leaves. I'm not sure if I know what that means, but essentially I think it's the same thing as looking at the crystal ball, right? Trying to predict what's going to happen. And actually, what we've been doing is reading what the forecasters are talking about, the financial experts, the real estate experts, seeing what the general consensus is for what's going to happen, and understanding that all that information is based on what's happening in the world right now. And I'll say the same thing about all the experts and all the research I've been doing as I say about myself when we talk about real estate. I don't have a crystal ball, they don't have a crystal ball, at least not one that works. And so their information or their predictions are based on the information they have right now, which is the only way we can do things, right? Things can obviously change throughout the course of the year. That being said, when we look at interest rates, the general consensus is there's not going to be a lot of change this year. Most experts agree we'll stay somewhere in the low to mid sixes, as shown in this chart right here. And sadly, I think the days of the 3% home interest rate is gone, and I don't know if that will ever come back. But I don't know if this is good news or not. The reality is, if you look back the last 30 years, in the sixes has pretty much been the average where the interest rate has been over the last 30 years. Another factor, of course, when looking at real estate is home prices. But before we do home prices, do me a favor. Click that subscribe button down below, ring that bell so you get regular updates from me on all things Austin, real estate, and life in the area. In most places, real estate reached an all-time high back in, I think, 2021, we'll say. And for obvious reasons that we don't necessarily need to go into, that was a crazy time in the world of real estate. But in the last year or two, we have seen an overall drop in most areas. And some areas, substantial drops, other areas, not so much. The big question becomes, what is going to happen to home prices in 2025? Are they going to fall? Are they going to stay the same? Are they going to rise? The easy answer is overall, prices are not expected to drop. Most experts believe, if you look at this chart, that home prices will actually rise a little bit in 2025. And that, of course, depends a lot on geographic area, supply and demand, all the things that factor into home prices. And actually, in some areas, like Austin, home prices have actually gone up year over year in the last year. I always like to tell people, don't confuse price drops on homes that are listed on the market with a decline in home prices. Those are two different topics. One has to do with the pricing of the home, and the other has to do with the sold price of the home. So ever since I've been in real estate, there have been people who try to time the market. Either sellers who are trying to time it on the way up, or buyers who are trying to time it on what they perceive as the way down. And what I see more times than not is people missing out on opportunities to either sell their home or buy a home. I will tell you that in the Austin market, year over year, comparing 2024 to 2025, there was an increase of a couple percent, 1.5% to 2% overall increase in home prices. And that goes against what a lot of people think or think to see on the media. If 2025 is a year that you want to buy or that you're going to have to sell, my advice is go for it. And I say that because keep this in mind. If interest rates did drop dramatically, home prices would go up reflectively of that. So if you're looking to buy, you get more value buying a little higher interest rate at a lower price. I'd love any feedback you have, comments, positive or negative, in the comment section down below. Please let me know what you think about 2025, what's going to happen. What do you think about what's been happening in the real estate market? I just love where you stand in all this whole conversation. And as always, if you need help with real estate or have any direct questions you want to ask me, my contact information is also down below. Feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to help you all out. You all take care.